What's up, YouTube? It is time for another week of vaults. This week we're going to have 5 of them. We're going to have the little mage here, demon hunter, warrior, warlock as always. But at the very end of the week, I played with this outlaw rogue that was absolutely pumping, so maybe you want to play mine a little bit so it got a little bit of stuff in. It's only like LFR and like a heroic from time walking vault, so nothing massive, but he was fun to play, so I was giving him a go. And on that note, that is who we are starting with today. I do want to say I apologize for not streaming as much this week. I ended up getting kind of sick on Sunday and then just had a lot of stuff to do Monday, so it was just a lot. And then Saturday was just a busy day at work. Did I stream Saturday? I don't remember, but I don't think so. It was just a busy day. It tired me out, so I came home, pretty much passed out for a while. But this week I promise yet again, as I've promised 3 weeks in a row now, I'm going to do a recording of one of my dungeons and do a voiceover and go for it. Also, fun fact, new mic. Got myself a new mic. It's the Elgato Wave 3. I figured out it with its what's it called? Its software does a lot of the things that I kind of wanted. That I was going to get a mic plus an audio interface for. So all in one kind of makes it work better. Makes it so that I'm streaming, I can listen to stuff and do all that kind of stuff without the stream hearing and getting slapped with the fines. But righty, vault number 1. Anything pretty much is an upgrade. Let's see what we get. We have pretty much hot garbage all the way around, like I knew it was gonna be. And on that note, we will pop it open, pop it here. Oh, well, let me actually make sure I'm in my right spec here. I am in the raid build. Let us do the ancient art of the sim. Trinket is the best one, and that is a big apparently upgrade. Jeebus, that's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. That's like 70k apparently. Granted, that could just be the fact that it's talking for enchants, adding the enchants that I don't have in as well that it automatically chose. So there we go. We got Z's Thug Hotline. Abilities have a chance to call a member of the goon squad to attack your target. Getting bloodlust or a similar effect summons the whole crew. Alrighty, there we go. That is now the rogue. Rogue is up to 630. Off to the next one. Next one is going to be the mage. All right. Now, like I said, off to the mage. Alrighty. Now for the mage. Let's make sure I'm in my raid build. I am. Perfect. Wrong button. Here we go. Oh, should open this first before I do that. Alright. See, what do we get? I got Soul Letting Ruby, not horrible. Gross. I have that already in champion, so it's not great, not horrible. That ring is probably going to be one of the better ones to take. Or, yeah, I already have hero that, so it won't be that. Offhand crouches won't be taking that, so it's probably going to be between these 3, and my guess is going to be the ring, more than likely. Maybe the trinket. But we shall see what the sim gods say. It is the ring is the winner for almost 30k DPS increase. And what, just this is an upgrade there. The Soul Letting Ruby is a downgrade, so the ring is the 30k upgrade. If I would have gone with Mr. Lock and Stock, it would have been almost 7,500 DPS increase. So this is good. This is going to replace the roulette wheel, which I had just from a previous vault that had a bunch of crit, so it wasn't great, but it wasn't what I needed. Gosh, I still need to get a lot more haste on this tune and drop a lot of that crit and do a lot of that mastery. Let's see. Reset this. Changes. Ah, that's better. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta reset your Cersei circlet. Right, off to the Warlock. Alrighty, Warlock time. Oh, fun thing that I got this week is I actually ended up winning one of the sweepstakes for the Liquid Raid, or for Liquid Race to World First. I am going to be getting one of their signed jerseys, so that's awesome. I am super stoked about that. It is amazing. Alright, let's see what we get. Not going to be that. Possibly the Myth Wrists, and definitely not that, so if I had to guess, it's going to be the Myth Track Hands. But we shall see. Veteran piece? Oh, that's right. Not even gonna choose that. See that one, and then the other two I have the craft weapon. So actually, I lied. I'm not even gonna sim this because it's one item. Hee hee, hee hee. Rad. There we go. Ooh, and it's indestructible. Look at that, even better. Alrighty, now off to the Demon Hunter. Did a couple keys, did a 10 and 11 on the Demon Hunter, so it's gonna have one Myth Track Vault and then a couple, and then Heroic, and then we killed all the way up to Mugsy this past week on Heroic, so that was good. I did have to swap off to my Warrior instead of the Demon Hunter for One-Armed Bandit. Just with that fight being a bit more of a stickler on killing stuff, it was better to have a Warrior buff than to not. Plus, the Warrior just does absolute damage, so better to have him there for that. But this should still have 2 Heroic slots plus the Myth slot. Let's see what we get. Ooh, that haste verse, it's kind of big. I lose a bunch of crit, but the haste is nice. Already have that in my bags, and that's normal. See what we got in the track slots. Ooh, man. Ooh, I do need better. Next, I have a chance to harmonize, granting me a chunky amount of that. Let's sim it. Let's see it here. Go into my raid build. Here we are. Alright, this one, since it's tank, I'm not too worried about. So let's go into the Warrior. Also should have 1 Myth track from the raid. We killed Cauldron of Carnage and Vexy, so there's a couple items in there I could use. I really want the helm off Vexy. That's my main off piece for him. Now we go for the Warrior. Alright, that's not the helm. That is in fact not the helm. That's where my crafted item is. I got a Heroic track there, so that's gross. Base Mastery mid, and the Signet of Priory. I already have that at Heroic, so I either take the big thing with the Priory is it is really good trinket when you have a group of people with it. If you don't have a full group of people with it, it is nowhere near as good as it looks. Like, it's still a really solid trinket, but it's not like phenomenally phenomenal. So let's sim. We'll see what happens. If I had to guess, it's probably going to sim higher than the tome, maybe, but we'll probably keep those instead and keep rocking the Heroic version in case we get a group that needs it. My guess is I'm also probably not. Oh, I am in my raid with that. Guess is I'm probably going to be taking the token. Yeah, the trinket simming a 10k increase over the tome, which not bad, not great. I'm at a point where I don't need the damage as much. I think adding the socket to an item might end just a little bit better.
Has been fulfilled.
Now, everybody's gonna scream at me for not taking the Signet, but again, really only phenomenally better when you have a full group, especially as a tank. So, having one already at the same eye level I have is, I think that's since I'm not gonna, I would have to spend Gilded Crest to upgrade this anyway, when I could upgrade other stuff that I also already have as well. Like on my Warrior, I currently have both my chest, and then I still could do my feet up a couple more. So upgrading the chest instead of upgrading, a Signet up is probably a little bit better of a choice for that. And then here I can slam that into my belt, into my crafted belt. Now I got my crafted belt going. And on that is every single tune that I have a vault with. Oh. Wait, did I not grab the rats one? I thought I did. But, oh. Forgot to grab the Demon Hunters one. Teehee. Oh, that. Yeah, where the Pit Whistle. Still, Pit Whistle's not really a great trinket as it is, so. Good stuff. Alright, I guess now we just need to go double check the rogue. What's this other vault I'm supposed to have? No, nothing. It just lied to me. Oh. Alrighty, let's see. What keys do we got? We got an 11 mother load on the warrior. That'll be a decent one. 10 rookery on the warlock. Another decent one. Theater pain 11. Still another good one. 8 mother load on the mage. So those are all pretty decent. The goal for this week, I did end up getting all my portals last week, so that was nice. Did the 10 cinder meat on my demon hunter, so got all that. This goal for the week outside of raid is going to be trying to get every single 10 at least on the warrior here. So I need a cinder mead and a theater of pain. Get those going. Warlock is just kind of going to be doing its own thing. His team, unfortunately, is probably falling to the wayside. The leader is having a child, so that group is probably going to be done for. Demon Hunter, goal this week is to get AOTC with that guild, with my guild there. That is going to happen this week since we have the buff, so keep an eye on that. And then Mage is just to hopefully fix his stat priority. God, his stats are absolutely atrocious, and I want that fixed. And then going to play a bit of the Rogue to get his gear up a little bit, so... On that note, I hope you all have a good week. Hope you get all your boss kills and your vaults full. So, I'll be seeing you. Have a good one.